Hi, it's me, Nance, from the New Jersey Agricultural Society Learning Through Gardening program. Hope you're doing great today. March 12th, it's Plant a Flower Day. That's what I'm going to do with you today. We're going to plant a flower. I think March 12th is the perfect day to plant a flower because in just 2 short months, it'll be the middle of May. Usually that's a time for Mother's Day, or there's a lot of other things that are going on in May where I'm always looking for a present. And what's better for a gift than a flower? So let's plant a flower together today. The flower that I'm going to plant is this flower right here. Is that upside down? Let me show it to you closely. This is called a moonflower. Isn't it pretty? It's called a moonflower because it generally blooms closer to the evening time. It's got a big white flower and a delectable scent. That means it smells really nice. After the flower dies, let me show you what happens. It dries up and one of these is formed. This is its seed pod. Can you see it really carefully? Very spiky. This is really sharp and pointy. And ouch, it hurts my fingers. It would be really hard for me to break this apart right now. Let me show you this one. When it gets really dried out, they pop open. You can see there's the spiky things. It's not nearly as spiky anymore. And the seeds are right on the inside. Here, let me show you. I'm going to break this up a little bit. Let me turn over to here so I can be over the table a little bit. I'm going to break this up over my plate. And I'll be able to show you some of the seeds that I'm getting out. They're very tiny, really small. If you've ever seen a lima bean seed, they kind of look like a lima bean. Sometimes when we do those seed dissections, there it is on my hand. Can you see it? It's pretty small, but it's in a little, it's like a little half moon shape, little tiny seed. Now my neighbor who gave me these moonflowers to begin with, in the spring, she says she just takes some seeds and she puts them in a pot and the seeds grow. Well, I tried that last year and that didn't work for me. Lucky for me, today in my plant class, they were teaching us about seeds. And I learned about 2 ways that we can start seeds that have hard seed coats. This moonflower has a very hard seed coat. That means the outside of it is really hard. It's a hard shell. It's protecting the tiny plant that's inside the seed that's trying to grow. There's 2 things I think that we can do. Well, there's 2 things that I'm going to try today. The first thing I'm going to try is something that I read online. And I read online that if you take your seeds and you soak them, and can you see them right there? I have them on this wet paper towel and I have a whole bunch of seeds. I have them soaking. What that does is it softens that seed coat and helps the embryo, the young plant, break through that hard seed coat and start to grow. So I'm going to try to plant some of them that way. Like I said, in my seed class today, I heard something else that you can try when they've got really hard seed coats. And what you can do is you can take the seed and you can take, this is a nail file. So people usually use them for their fingernails. But if you take this seed and you scrape it, and you file it down until it's nice and smooth, you can plant the seeds that way too. Why? What does that do? Well, if you think about it, if you're shaving away that heavy, hard seed coat, remember we said it's so hard for that seed, that little tiny embryo plant to break through that seed coat. So by either softening it up with the water or using the emery board, we can see if either one of them helps. Like I said, last year, my plants, my flowers, my moonflowers didn't grow at all. So I'm going to try something new this year, and I'm going to plant 3 seeds that I have had soaking. And then I had 3 seeds that I filed down before I started this video. And what I'm doing is I've got my seeds here, in this seed cell, I put some starting soil, some plant starter. So I put that in, and I got it a little bit moist. And then I'm taking my seeds, and I made a little tiny hole with my finger. And I'm going to put one seed in each hole. On this side, I put my seeds that I filed. And on this side, I put my seeds that I had soaking. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of my planting soil, and I'm going to put it on top very lightly. Remember, most seeds don't need a whole lot of soil on top of them. And then I'm going to give it a nice spray. Remember what we said last time about watering our seeds. You know, it's a fine line between too little and too much, right? We have to keep it just right. That's that Goldilocks rule. So I have my seeds planted. They're nice and covered. I'm going to go find a nice warm window for them to sit in so that they can hopefully germinate and start to grow. So if you want to celebrate Plant a Flower Day, it's May 12th. Today's a great, not May 12th, it's March 12th. It's a great day to do it. Hope you're having a great day. And remember to always give plants a chance. I'll see you next time. Bye.